Where have your parents been most supportive in your career development?
I don't think it's possible to do this without having supportive parents, and I mean emotionally, financially, and on every other level. So when Move first got started, I mean, I ran up huge bills. I was living in my own place. I needed help. So, the very basis of things, like financially, my parents supported me. But going from a steady job into something that was uncertain required massive emotional support. And I was, kind of driven on such an incredibly personal basis, driven, compelled really to do it. And it must have seemed mad, it must have seemed insane, why are you going to go and do this? But the support I got from my parents and from my family in general was incredible. I would never have been able to do it without that. Because it's just so uncertain. And also, it's something that it's a leap of faith, right? A completely untested idea, product, new space, someone who'd never done it before. And my parents said, yeah, go for it, go do it. Do what makes you happy. So I was really, really lucky in that. It would have been impossible without it.
How did you manage the communication as you were going through that process?
Well, share what's appropriate. When it's, I think you don't want to make them worry. The worst thing is worrying parents. So I definitely provided the good news first, and limited the bad news. But I keep them posted, obviously, on how the business is doing today. I mean, it's all good news now. They're quite shocked sometimes when they realise how many people are in the company or what we're doing, whatever. But they've been amazing. But and it's important to note the rest of the family. I have a brother and sister, and my brother actually works for the company. He runs our customer services. So, should you ever have a problem, you are speaking to a Moross when you're emailing customer services. Things get escalated to me fairly frequently if we're having problems, and it's nice to know that someone that obviously I trust implicitly is looking after our customers. That's really important. And my sister is a very, very successful young designer, so also helps inform a lot of the decisions that, well, certainly it helps inform my view of the world through design. So, but no, they've all been great. Yeah, we're really lucky.